Hello, this is April with Medlin and Makeup coming to you. Just wanted to go over some quick, simple, very pretty options for you. We are going to work with palette number three, and within this palette, we're going to focus more on light pinks and just simplicity with those. So we're going to focus more on, for example, Tickled, and Smitten, which is more of a shimmer. And I think we're going to go a little bold and throw some Cheeky in there as well. So that's going to be fun. First, anytime you're doing your makeup, you want to go ahead and start with a fresh, clean face and then prime. The primer is going to be what really sets the base for your face and your makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it by hand. Now, the primer is not something that you need a whole lot of. It's simply there to make sure that your makeup is going on smoothly and that it's going to last all day. That is the entire purpose of the face primer. Okay, so next, what I'm going to do is a little bit of mixing. So I've got my dish, and I'm going to use the Bisque of the BB Flawless and the Chiffon of the liquid foundation. And the reason for this is just to give it a more flawless coverage, as well as keeping it moisturizing, because the BB is going to help a lot with moisturization, especially when you're getting into the autumn and winter months. You're really going to want a little something extra to make sure that you're good. Plus, it doesn't hurt if because your skin changes between winter and autumn, autumn and winter, and spring and summer. Completely different. Depending on what you're doing, people spend more time outdoors or indoors or whichever. And so, using the BB cream is going to be a really good way to help give natural changes in your makeup without having to go crazy and buy a whole new set for a new season. So, I put it in here and I'm just mixing. That's all I'm doing. Just give it a good blend. Yay! Okay. So, and I've got my little puff brush. So, just gonna here, and then take that to the face. And there's no need to get super crazy with it. You're just looking for good coverage. And one of the benefits too to the liquid is it's going to help smooth out any creases that you have, because I have a lot of wrinkles, by the way. It's going to help smooth all that out, and just to give you a much, much better finish. And you don't have to use all of what you put in there. because one of the great things about the liquid foundation is you use less with the liquid and you still get fantastic coverage. Now, I've switched brushes just so that I have something to help me blend. There's nothing on this brush. I'm not using any extra product. It's just to help me blend, so I'm not putting too much on. Okay. And see how wonderful that looks. That is awesome. Other than where I keep getting my hair caught in it. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so from here, we are ready to move on. And you can do your face first, or you can do your face last, or next to last, just whatever makes you more comfortable. I know there are people who prefer to do their eyeshadows first, just because if you have any dust fall, then you don't have to worry about it messing with your face that's already done. Well, if you follow the tap, tap, tap rule, you don't have to worry about it because you've already got it taken care of. So, let's go ahead and get started on the eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and start with Tickled. Very, very, very lovely pink. And just remember, tap it off. And you want to pat your color in. If you do this rather than rubbing, you're going to get better coloring to your shadow. So just pat it in. And look at that. That is so pretty. I love this color. Of course, I like the pinks anyway. So that's just me. Tap, tap, tap. And ignore my cat. She's very vocal. She actually might be coming over here now. Isn't that right, baby? And same thing. We are patting, patting, patting. Not going crazy. Okay. And let's do a little blending on that. Just because this went higher. So, and with your blending brush, you're just going really easy, really soft, little circles. You're not going real harsh, you're not digging in, you're not trying to hurt yourself with your blending brush. Just really small circles. And then go back in, just to make sure the color's still all good. Alright, perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, do a little blending up here just to soften. Alright, awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, So from there, I am going to move on to doing Smitten, which is the lighter color. Now with this, I'm going to use this as a highlight, but also in the center, right here, the inner corner. Alright. And that's just to really give a good brightening. See? So nice. I love that. It's simple, it's pretty, it's not overpowering, and it just looks really nice. And that's all you do. And it really, really helps to open up your eyes, especially if you have a tendency for dark circles. Now, another thing that works really well for that, something I'm not using right now because I don't feel like I really need it today, is our Splurge Cream shadow called Bittersweet. And it does amazing wonders at, if you've had a late night, studying, working, whatever. It does really well to help to minimize dark circles under your eyes. Okay, so we've got the Smitten on the middle, and now we're going to move on to the highlight. And that's just going to be right up here. And we're not doing anything crazy with this. It's just really simple, giving a little bit of extra shimmer and highlight to it, which is going to help open your eyes up a little bit more. Remember, tap, tap, tap. It can also, when you're doing the highlight underneath, it can help to give shape to your brows as well. So, something to remember, just on your brow bone. Too. Okay, and so those two are done. Do you see how simple this is so far? Really, really, really easy. Okay, so then we're going to move on to... Cheeky, which, if you can see that, there is some really nice shimmer, but it's a dark enough color. It's going to work really well for the outer V. Alright, so tap, tap, tap. And we're just going to... I do have the hooded eyes, so we're going to go more above the crease rather than in the crease. And then just come down across. And that's how that's going to go, is about like that. And just pull it across to about the middle of your eye. And then pull it down and under. And at this point, it's going to be about the blending. And that's what you're really going to work at, is blending, blending, blending. And here you could be, lightening this color up depending on how dark you actually want it to be. You could be just smoothing out the edges so that, that your colors actually work super well together and it's not harsh lines. It's really just whatever you're going for. And do a little more like this. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That is perfect. Look at that. Dimension, highlight, little darkness, really bringing in the attention to the eye. Plus, it's really pretty, which helps. Okay, so we're going to do some cheeky on the other side. Tap, tap, tap. So we're not going crazy. And remember, same thing, hooded eyes. So I'm going to go above the crease and really go on the bone just above it. Okay. And bring that down, bring it over. And depending on how you do your colors, you may not even need an eyeliner afterwards. I do like a lot of times, whoop, that's what I get for not tapping well enough. This is why tapping is important. Okay, so if you want to use your eyeshadows as a liner, you absolutely can. I do recommend, if you're doing it that way, to get a smaller brush. Trying to see if I actually have a liner brush here with me. Okay, so you could use a lip liner brush. That would work. You would just want some water to moisten it, and then to carefully like roll just the tip of your brush in your color so that you can put it on. And then you're just going to tap it on. You do not want to do a whole lot of smearing or anything. Once you get your color on, if you're looking for a little bit of a smudge, then you can do that really gently with maybe I don't know if I have any sponge brushes in here. Yes. With maybe a sponge brush. Do some smearing, some smudging, but that way it's not going to be, really crazy. Otherwise, using an angled brush is really nice because you've already got that super thin line and it's easier to work with. That's just personally how I feel about it, is that it's easier with an angled brush. Okay. So, to get back to what we were doing though, still working with the cheeky and blend. And remember, tiny, tiny, soft circles. You're not looking to have anything crazy going on here. And a good blending brush will get you far with your makeup. Depending on what you're wanting to do. A good blending brush will get you far. Okay. So, go a little higher on this side. And blend it in. Okay. Okay, so let's go to eyeliner. Okay, so this is perfect. Simple black eyeliner. And just go put it on. Now, I do not have a tendency to wear mine underneath. It's just my preference. Do it however you want. Whatever makes you happy. And with the Moodstruck Precision Pencils, you can go thin or thick, whatever you want to wear. It's completely up to you. Okay. Okay. And I am actually going to do a little bit of smudging with this just to soften it. Just to soften it to go along with wearing the softer colors. Now, if you're wanting to smudge with these pencils, you need to do it right after you apply it because they will dry and smudging will not be viable for you at that point. Okay, awesome. Oh, yay, okay. All right, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the Behold setting spray. Sorry, the Behold setting powder. And you want to use a fan brush because this is something that you want to put on very lightly. It's just there to keep your makeup in place. It's not anything super crazy. It's just to make sure that the day does not undo what you have worked so hard to do. Okay. Plus, it adds a really nice shimmer depending on how heavy you actually apply it. And you don't need much. This is just something to help keep everything where it's supposed to be. Which is why the fan brush is so nice. So nice. And same kind of thing. Tap, tap, tap. So you're not losing what you've got. You're not putting it on too heavy in any particular location. Okay. And done. That's how easy the setting powder is. Super, super easy. Okay. So, we're going to move on to mascara. And the mascara that I'm going to use today is the 3D Fiber. So, the way that works is a two-part process. We have the transplanting gel that you're going to start with, and you're going to do the gel and then the fibers and then go back to the gel again. So, and you can see this is a super easy, really nice spoolie. So, you start with the gel. Make sure you get that everywhere. Because this is going to be the base for your fibers. That's going to be what really gets them to hold and stay exactly where you want them to when you apply them. Now, if you wear contacts, you need to be really careful with these and not put this on while you're wearing your contacts. And be careful not to poke yourself in the eye, like I just did. Okay.